live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yo, what's good?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. My name is James Merchant.
I'm Zach Walker.
And we are Joseph Squared.
Joseph Squared.
We are Let Them Cook.
The sequel to Steve Squared.
Who just was on. Make sure you go take a listen. Huh?
Yeah. Steve Squared.
Steve Squared.
But yeah, we are Let Them Cook, a superhero podcast.
Well, we talk all
Welcome
things superheroes.
All things. Everything.
So how you been? How your day? Good?
Anything comics, too.
Well,
comic podcast. Superhero
comics.
podcast.
Sure. I mean, I always felt like it should be implied, but yeah, I feel you.
I mean, comics doesn't even always have to be superheroes.
I mean, you're right. You're right, because Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the Archie comics, Riverdale. Yeah, you're right.
Did you get it? Did you find it?
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm all good. See, that's how I am. I'm chilling. I'm doing all right, you know. It was a long week, long day, but it was a good weekend day.
It's been a really messed up week.
You got a song for the audience?
No, please. Unless it's 24K golden level or less. No, I'm good. I'm actually excited because I have a friend who should be on his way right now as we speak.
Yeah, we got a guest today, right?
Yeah, we do have a guest today.
James brought one of his boys in.
Yeah, this is my really good friend, Paul. We write music together. He is a big superhero fan, knows his stuff. I honestly can say I haven't met a lot of people who knows more about X-Men than me, but he suddenly takes the cake, and I love X-Men. So
yeah,
please give it up for my friend, Paul.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Paul?
It's good to
How
see
you doing,
you,
Paul?
bro. And Zach, I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
Quite nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, I've heard about you too. Heard you do impressions.
Yeah.
Good to meet you as well.
Oh, we got a lag here. Okay, cool. I'm like, where am I? No, it's awesome to be here, and thank you guys so much. Yeah. So
Paul, tell us like your love for superheroes. Like, where did that start? What age? Why did you get into it?
we talked about this. The X-Men '92.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my foray into all the superhero stuff, and I had a best friend at the time, Danny, whose dad was like an avid collector.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was an artist too.
Mm-hmm.
And he had like a whole room, and like his thing was X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, and at the time that comic book came out, so like our thing became X-Men, and that cartoon is amazing.
I agree.
As is the remake, not the remake, but the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just been incredible, like every step of the way. But yeah, that's where, you know, and then it led to I know you guys are huge DC fans.
Well, I'm Marvel. He's DC.
Okay, all right, word. I know you got some, you know.
Don't get it twisted. I love Marvel over DC, which is no shade to DC because I respect DC. It took a long time for me to love DC, but I'm Marvel based. The only problem is I get passionate. It's like when you have a kid and your kid don't do good in school and you know he can, you know. So it's like I get aggravated with Marvel because I know you could do good, but you just are lazy. So
You mean now in the movies right now?
I mean now in general,
Yeah.
Animation, movies,
and comic books. It's kind of lacking.
Like, yeah, I'm okay with the comic books, but they can always do better. They can always do better with the comics as well. The comics is not so bad. I'm just tired of all these damn different variations of X-Men right now. But
Yeah.
But besides that, like, it's not so bad. I let comics slide, but when you try to portray something in the media with a Marvel show, it's just it doesn't come out well, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm disappointed.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm a Marvel fan. I'm just always going to be hard on them because if I don't be hard on them, then I'm a fake fan. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but he's a DC boy.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
tell me about yourself, man. What are your like favorite like heroes, favorite storylines?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Batman guy. I love Batman. When I was a kid, I had the Killing Joke comic. That was the first comic I ever read, which is like crazy
Alan
that I was
Moore
a kid
is-
reading that.
And I heard we also have some love for Alan Moore too, because believe it or not, even though I'm a Marvel fan, guess who my favorite character is of all time? And it's DC, and it's Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Constantine. I heard you're a
Constantine.
big Constantine fan.
Yeah, we like Constantine. I'm still like learning more about him at this point, but yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. And no, the Killing Joke was amazing. It was just the panels and stuff, and it like, who was the artist on that? It wasn't the same artist as Watchmen, right? I don't even know.
I have to look at it. I have to see.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
I wanted to know I have a question for you. So let's say you have to write music for one, because if you guys don't know, me and Paul, we like to write music. If you have to write music for like a big movie, and it's for any superhero character, who would you write for? And what would the genre be?
Ooh. I probably would say X-Men.
Dope. I like that answer.
But to be honest with you, just because, and it's like, how are you going to compete with like Hans Zimmer and all these like composers? Like, I shouldn't be writing music for scores. Like, maybe one day, you know, like I came from a different background. Perfect example is Danny Elfman, right? Like, that dude was a rock and roller. And then now, and to this day, he has the quintessential Batman theme. You know what I mean? I would love to say Batman, but it's like, because of that, like, how do you compete with that theme?
No, I feel you, but
it's.
I feel like you shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't put yourself in shoes. You are the shoes that you are creating. So
Oh, absolutely.
If the opportunity presents itself, that's the time to shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you would, so you would do like. So you said X-Men, but it seems like you wanted to go to something else. So like, would
Yeah,
it be more?
I mean, like, it would just be the stuff I love, like, or whatever I was offered. If I'm lucky enough to ever compose for something, it would just. I don't care what it would be. I don't care if it was like the New Warriors or the Teen Titans or whatever. Like, I would still.
A Teen Titans score would go crazy.
It
Sorry,
should.
It would go crazy.
But
I would love a New Warriors show or movie too. Like,
yeah, no,
just saying,
I
since
thought
you
about the New
mentioned
Warriors, but then I was like, wait, but the playlist for Teen Titans would probably go hard for some reason. I don't know why that.
And I have a question for you, because like we were saying, like, I think like there could be a score for the New Warriors. If that, like, all right, we're on the same topic. What would you make a New Warriors movie about?
I guess it all depends on the villain.
Would you go the reality show route like they did during Civil War?
I didn't like the
You
reality
didn't?
show
Really?
route. Whenever when we watched Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, the Civil War game, and that's how the Civil War kind of got started in the game, where the reality show, and then they died. No, you don't remember?
I know we watched it.
So imagine a bunch of young superheroes, and instead of like, it's kind of the route of like Spider-Man versus, you know, like wrestling and taking the glory of it, versus like, okay, I'm gonna be like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, you know, or I'm gonna be like a Iron Man, or you know, they decide to go, and it's been done before. The same thing happened with I think it's X Factor, but like the Mike whatever X Factor. The whole thing was that they were using their powers and their team for more stardom. And this was like right around the time of like that, like Paris Hilton and you know, Kardashians. It's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a scripted superhero team.
You could say it's pop culture. Like at this point,
Yeah.
like they tied pop culture into comic books to make it more relevant.
I wish they did that in a movie. That's a great story, because it.
See, but that's kind of hard, right? Because I feel like they try to, but they do it in a bad route. I feel like you and I talked about this, about how like how people use woke culture incorrectly. But if we're talking about substance of that conversation, I feel like how they like use like LGBT and black women, and they use it like incorrectly, and just like try to use it as money grabbers.
You're saying the same thing with. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm trying to tie it up with like how they are. We were talking about pop culture with the New Warriors, with the reality TV.
Yeah.
And so I feel like if they do it correctly, right, it would be cool.
But here's where I was thinking that you just said. I think like the passe of reality television is over.
Yeah.
Right, with an idea for that, but social media stars aren't.
Yeah, like influencers.
You could have a New Warriors team of just influencers and like make it very like Blair Witchy or handheld camera in regards to that, and have it tie a lot of that.
See, I feel like playing off of that, like She-Hulk kind of did something.
She did, yeah.
Like they were playing off of a lot of pop culture.
Yeah,
sort of things,
and most straight men hated it, you know, because they was like, So it was so funny, right?
But that was also campy for the sake of campiness. This would,
right.
I would say, like, do it a little bit more.
I mean, the gays and the girls wasn't complaining, but the straight men, who is the large audience, was complaining about the new She-Hulk. So
I actually did like it.
no, I feel you.
The
It
beginning was
wasn't.
great.
comics.
I thought.
I don't think it was bad, but I just feel like
The ending was a little too much of a twist. I thought, like, I was like, okay, haha, but
I was with it though.
You were?
I liked that it was like different. It just felt unique.
And making fun of like the Kevin Feige type of stuff and like the Netflix and or
Yeah.
not Netflix, but more
Being like a follower of like, because I always pay very close attention, or I used to pay more. Like when I was in high school, I used to really pay close attention to like behind the scenes and Kevin Feige. So it was kind of cool seeing that. I was like, oh, like
yeah.
you know.
I could totally see that. I gotta agree with.
So I wanted to say about the new She-Hulk, right, versus the old She-Hulk, because I was watching the '90s animation Deadpool, and they had She-Hulk on there, and I'm reading the comments. Yeah. She was on there, and I'm
What, like in like the time
19
of like Fantastic Four and stuff.
yeah, like the 1990 Deadpool
I
had
didn't
a
know that.
yeah. So I'm and it's voiced by my girl. I can't think of her name right now. She's a black actress who
Let
acts.
me find it.
It's a she voiced my girl. She was in it's a Different Strokes, right? The college show, but she's a voice actress. You know who I'm talking about? She does Susie from Rugrats.
Yes.
She did Drawn Together, Foxy Love. I can't think of her name. I love her. I can't think of her name right now. But she plays She-Hulk. And I'm reading the comments, and there was a scene where she's doing
Which one of these?
Cree Summers. That's my girl. So that's my
I know
baby.
her from Rugrats.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Love her.
I didn't know it was the same girl.
Cree
from Different
Summers
Strokes.
has done anything you can imagine,
Yeah.
and she is a gift. Like
There's
I
a
love
lot
her.
of those voice actors. Like
No, it is, but it's just when you look at Cree Summers like credentials, you're like, damn, girl, you did like over 50 characters. But I love her for that. And Keith, what's his name? Is it the black actor? It's he does like every like voice actor you can imagine. It's like Keith Davis or Keith.
Oh, in Kite Man, Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David,
Yes.
right? Yes.
is that he's a low voice actor? He's like Ramirez, right? That's the same, like from Call of Duty, isn't that the same? Keith David is
I think
Ramirez.
you're
Get on the.
Listen, I just like Keith David. I never.
No,
played
he's
Call
a
of Duty.
great voice actor.
Yeah, but Cree Summers is my number
I wish
one.
I had that deep voice of. I have more of the Charlie Day. Yeah, dude, like, maybe we could go out and get a meal steak or.
That was a good Charlie.
D. You are a bear.
But Cree Summers, she plays She-Hulk, right? And this is what pissed me off, right? In the '90s version in Deadpool, because it's an opening scene of her, right, playing volleyball. You know her strength. She's like going against three men, but she's like
Like Top Gun.
But she's low key sexualized. Like she's sexualized, right?
She-Hulk is sexualized.
Yes, she's sexualized. She's like wearing this cute, sexy purple bathing suit, like diamond cut, you know, showing legs and everything. She spikes the ball really hard, beat the boys. They're like, yo, we're Olympic level athletes and we're beat up by She-Hulk in volleyball. And she's like, later, boys, I gotta go. Jump, flips into a jet ski, rides off, ass out.
That's 90s as hell.
And I'm reading the comments and they're like, oh, that's the She-Hulk we wanted. And
If
I
she was
said,
drinking a Baja Blast, she would be 100%.
I said, y'all are so hypocritical because when She-Hulk was twerking with Megan Thee Stallion, it was a big issue. But this She-Hulk, who's ass out.
But why can't I never understand? It's silly.
It's silly
very
to me.
silly. But
Right.
even Zach kind of enjoyed the silliness. And
Right.
like,
I just felt it was true to the comics, you know.
yeah.
And for the audience it was targeting, it gave them what they would ask for, you know what I
It
mean?
wasn't my cup of tea, like you said.
Yes,
Right.
It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed. I was like, this is going to be divided, but I could see both sides where I'm like, it's a solid show,
Mm-hmm.
and the what's his name, the British actor, Daredevil,
Charlie Cox.
Charlie Cox's cameo, that was incredible,
Yeah,
and I thought
that
they
was
played
great.
him well. By the way, what do you guys think of the new?
So
Don't spoil it, please. I'm
I
still
have
working on
not seen it
We
yet.
haven't. Yeah.
No? Okay.
Me
Yeah,
and Dad were just like, we were rewatching the old show. This is my dad, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, buddy?
He's a legend. If you haven't noticed, he was in Luke Cage.
Yeah, he was in Luke Cage. The
No,
first
you weren't
episode.
really.
Yeah,
Nice.
I was an extra, but it's a nice clear shot of me.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm officially a Marvel character. Yeah.
Let's give it up for having official MCU.
57,000 characters.
It's in
Anyway,
a shot right behind Michael Coulter.
Really?
Like, he's just standing there like this, and you just see Dad in the background. He's like, "Oh, get in the plates," you know.
get in the plates is funny.
Whatever he was doing.
Get in the plates is such a funny acting.
So I gotta say this is awesome because you're in radio and obviously your dad is officiating and engineering the radio show, right, or podcasting rather. And I kind of had like whether it's music and voice acting because my dad was a voice actor as well. I think it's awesome for you guys to have this. Like that's really cool and
Will we have
refreshing.
heard your father in anything?
More commercial stuff, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
I wish he got more into the acting. It was weird. Like at the time, I was doing more like sound design in college, right? And I found something that I did in college. It's kind of good,
Okay.
but it's so bad. It's so good. It's a fan film of Iron Fist. And
Oh, wow.
I know you. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and it's a black Iron Fist, which we casted a black martial artist for it, and he was actually really dope.
Whoa.
yeah.
You definitely gotta show me that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely intrigued.
It's terrible,
Yeah, I would love
but
to
it's
see it
like
too.
really, it's like really good for a fan film, but like really terrible at the same time.
I can understand that.
All I had to
Okay.
do was the sound design. That was it, the sound capturing. But what were we saying? We were saying that. So back then in college, I would like my dad would be like, "Hey, I got this commercial or I got this thing. Can you kind of direct me?" And then I wound up getting into it, and like I've broken out. Like I've almost gotten some big part. I've never made it as a voice actor. I would love to do that now, but I have done a few things, but not like him. But we shared that love to actually do that.
If you don't mind, because I hate putting people on the spot. So whenever you do frequently want to, we would love to hear your Joker impression.
Oh god. I have to put the. I want to break the mic. I might have to put the cans on because I want to be spot on for this. I don't want to be too loud or too soft. But.
I mean, Joker's loud. I mean, we've been loud here before, so you're good.
So I have to be your dancing monkey, right? I have to be your Joker. Well, it's not hard. I love it. What would you want me to say?
I don't know. I'm kind of okay. I mean, you already got the part.
Yeah, I got it. Let me see if I could find it though.
Oh, Harley, it's so difficult to deal with every single point of all of your bullshit.
You know what's crazy? You also could sound like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z if you wanted to.
I have all that like high register
Yeah,
stuff.
you
I
do.
appreciate that.
You
Yeah,
do. You
all
do.
the
You do.
the teenage stuff too, like Michelangelo. Come on, dudes! Oh, this is awesome, man! Like all that kind of, just that higher register kind of thing. But
Yeah. No, that's super cool. Though.
I appreciate you,
That's
bro.
super cool. So it's like you have to train for that. Like you kept training your voice to.
a lot of tryouts, a lot of like, I guess auditions. Never landed one, but I'm gonna keep going. And now, now I have the time to do it.
No, you really should.
I appreciate that.
Did you find something?
I don't know if you would know like the monologue from Killing Joke,
All
like
right,
that
I'll read
Joker
it.
monologue.
Absolutely, yeah.
In the meantime,
You have-
I can do while he looks this up. I can also do an impression. I can do Donald Duck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to do that back and forth.
Well, I can't speak. I can only sound. Right.
Like that.
No,
yeah.
no, not like the. I can't talk, but I can. And
That's awesome.
honestly, I'm keeping that. I'm putting that on my resume, and if they just need me for sound effects in a video,
Bro,
game for
that
Donald
was
Duck.
spot on to the thing he did, though. You should learn how to work your voice to like.
I actually met someone who does that.
Really?
Right? Yeah. I'm friends with him still on Twitter, but we used to go to party in Williamsburg together. But he go out for auditions for Donald Duck, and he's like,
Really?
it's a tough competition out there for Donald Duck.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of things too you have to realize to a franchise. It's not just like, okay, we have a Donald Duck movie. There's like video games and
Right.
there's like all this stuff. Like, for example, like Tom Hanks's brother,
I know what you're talking about.
he does all like the stuff that Tom Hanks won't do for like Woody or all these characters because there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
How many types of like phone games and all this stuff?
Yeah.
You could still make Donald Duck or whatever character, Joker for
True. That's
for
true.
other things. Is it the Memory So Treacherous one? Or it's the one with the flashlight, right?
I think it's his One Bad Day monologue.
I think that's the one with the flashlight.
Okay.
I'm gonna put One Bad Day. I appreciate you guys allowing me to do this. If anything,
Yeah, no.
this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love that you're coming in.
Yeah.
This is so it's exciting.
Anytime
man.
we meet a superhero fan, we always want to bring them in. You know.
Yeah.
No, I've watched your guys' podcast before, and I love how you guys go back and forth. Like it's like you guys are so different, but at the same time, like it's like still for the love. It's like, it's like the Islanders and Rangers, but they're still like for New York and still like playing hard against each other. But like, you know what I mean? Like it's cool.
That's a cool analogy.
Yeah, no.
But you guys, I'm sure after the hockey game, they're going out for drinks anyway.
Yeah, for the most part. You know, it's like being a Mets fan and being a Boston Red Sox fan, you know?
After they just beat each other up on the
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
on the ice.
I'm going to try to find the actual one bad day part. Okay.
Yeah, I was having trouble finding it. So if you can't find it, then
All right.
I don't know if it's like...
You see, I've demonstrated that even the sanest man alive can be driven to lunacy. All it takes is one bad day. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, am I right? I know I am. You had a bad day and everything changed. Why else would you dress up like a flying rat? You had a bad day and it drove you as crazy as everybody else. You won't admit it. You have to keep pretending that life makes sense, that there's some point to all this struggling. God made me want to puke. I mean, what is it with you? What made you what you are? Was it girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe? Brother carved up by some mugger? Something that I bet it's something that just like that happened to me, you know? I am not exactly sure what it was. Sometimes, well, I remember it one way, and sometimes another. If I'm going to have a past, I prefer it to be multiple choice. My point is, I went crazy. I saw what a black, awful joke the world was. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
That actually made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that
I got into it, man.
The multiple choice threw me. That was
clap for him?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No.
Yes. That was so funny. That was so good too.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys letting me do that. I have fun.
No,
with
of
that kind stuff.
course. You don't mind us.
The laugh was spot on. Like,
Really?
Like, that was a perfect laugh.
Thank you.
Like-
All right, so who favorite Jokers going down the line?
I don't really have because Joker's not really my cup of tea, so I don't have.
I got you.
I don't have a favorite Joker.
If you had to pick,
I just don't have a favorite Joker. Like Joker's Joker to me. I never really was like, you're my favorite Joker. Just no.
fair enough.
So, for me, whenever it comes to like Batman and Joker, I always have like there's like I can't just have like a favorite adaptation. It's like there's always like so there's three of them. There's like favorite live action performance, right? And then favorite voice actor performance, right? And then there's just like the favorite like whole movie or story, whatever, like just the favorite project. Like all three would be different. So if it were live action Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Voice acting, Mark Hamill.
Up top.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, and honestly, like if I had to put those two against each other, it's Mark Hamill above. But I hate saying that. But like,
It feels weird because Heath Ledger did such a great, unique performance and brought it to a completely different level.
yeah.
But I mean, that Mark Hamill, like that's where I would love to break away from that. But that's what we know. I mean, I don't know. I agree with you.
It's like every time I read the comics, it's only his voice now. Like I can't imagine it in any other.
Well,
same
and he's
with Kevin
retired
Conroy.
Well, it's funny you
Which-
said. It's funny you said that you can only hear the voice in the comics. When you are doing the voice of Joker, is there anyone in particular?
Oh, Mark Hamill initially.
Got you.
Yeah.
I feel like anyone who's like who got invested in watching or playing like a Mark Hamill or Kevin Conroy Batman game, like I feel like anyone got invested in like their performance, like can only read the comics in their
As-
voices.
yeah.
Like anyone I've ever met, it's
Kevin
like,
Conroy is the perfect Batman. I would say that I would love to say that someone else could even be close, but Kevin Conroy, even though he doesn't look anything like Batman, he has the voice down.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
But yeah, to answer your question, definitely, I would love to hear. I would love to incorporate more Heath Ledger, but I feel like that's like taboo. I feel like it's just too soon where people are like, "Oh, you're doing that." With Mark Hamill, like Zach said, like dude, it's just so there. You know, how could you not have that as at least the skeleton of that? And sometimes I catch myself putting in, how do I put this, an inner city Hannibal Lecter. Like there's certain times where like if I'm reading something that Joker does, be like, but you didn't do that, did you? You know, like kind of that like cadence of like there's parts where what's his name, the drawing a blank, Anthony Hopkins will say that, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect, but if you did his voice, it wouldn't sound right for the Joker, so you have to kind of put a city twang on it to match, like, let's say, like Harley Quinn or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I've kind of took an amalgamation of a bunch of people and just been like, well, I'm going to put myself, and put that, I'm going to put, you know, and then hopefully
Did we
just more fun.
If you both can help me with my Harley Quinn knowledge. Is she from Boston, right? Or is she...
She sounds like a Brooklynite. Like
Brooklynite or Boston? Because I get confused with Harley's accent sometimes, depending on the Harley. So I'm like... I don't know.
They definitely exaggerate her accent
Yeah.
a lot, but I'm pretty sure he's right.
Brooklyn.
Like, she's
Brooklyn.
New York.
I think
New
so.
Yorker.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She's got that Broadway kind of,
Yeah.
Long
Mr.
Island.
J.
Mr.
Yeah.
J.
That's New
Clinton,
York.
you know? So I'm like, yeah, I always wondered if she was Boston or New Yorker. So...
It was that voice actress who passed away she made that character, you know, of all the, and it makes sense. Honestly, it does. And it kind of makes her sound stupid. I think the great thing about Harley Quinn is like she's a very smart individual, but she comes off as a ditzy blonde.
Right.
And she allows herself to be taken advantage of like a ditzy blonde, but she's not. You know?
Wow, I didn't know I was a Harley Quinn. Cool. I feel like I didn't know we can relate on so many things, Harley. I kind of respect you now. No, actually, I was telling Zach, my favorite Harley Quinn show right now is Harley Quinn, which is her own show.
Who does that show?
Oh my God, she's the girl
I know
from
Kaylee Kuko or whatever.
Yes,
Kuko.
yes, from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Who
But
pays
I'm
Penny?
saying like who's responsible for doing that show over at DC? I haven't watched it yet.
That show was on before James Gunn took over, so I honestly couldn't tell
I initially
you.
thought it was James Gunn. But
Yeah, no, it was way before James. This was like that show came out during COVID, to be exact.
Yeah.
So, but it was before James Gunn helped took over the DC. But it was good from the start. But I do feel like I didn't finish this last season, but I do feel like it's still good. It's still good right now. But I can definitely see James Gunn like throwing his hands in there. Like you can definitely feel the James Gunn hand, which is great because it's continuing. Because like we're on season 6 now.
Oh, so really?
Yeah,
How
Harley
many
Quinn
seasons?
is like it's so good.
Wow.
It's so.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
There's so many things I've been wanting to just watch and stuff. But what
They
do you
even
guys-
poke fun of like, okay, because Harley Quinn is like you have to look at it as a parody, but the dialogue is really good. But you have to look at it as a parody. Like you can't look at it as like a serious show.
I've seen clips of it. Like,
Yeah.
it seems really good.
Yeah, it's
and
like
funny.
It's funny. It's genuinely to me funny, right?
Like it's an adult cartoon.
Yeah, so like if you watch shows like when you was younger, watching shows like Drawn Together or something like that, like
That's what it reminded me
it's
of.
that kind of a vibe, and I love Drawn Together. So seeing Harley Quinn Avengers is like, oh my God, it's like Drawn Together all over again. Even when they make fun and poke fun at like Batman and Superman and Nightwing and all of them, like it's kind of cool. I notice they don't poke fun as much as the superhero women as much. I think there's some way they want to make fun of the superhero men over before they do it the women.
But they're on the
that
same
makes-
side as the woman.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes sense
like
for
basically,
the-
yeah. So I think that's what I like about it because I'm like, oh, you guys are just shitting on the superhero men. Like Batman is, can I say the P word, the P whip? Batman is like pussy whip when it comes to like Catwoman, no pun intended.
Are
Oh,
we
yeah,
not
I
supposed to
think,
curse?
Well, no, sometimes I get nervous cursing on I try to be politically
I
correct.
don't know how many drops.
For me, I have four F bombs. each per show.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to limit my.
You're like
F-bombs.
PG-13. You're limited to X amount.
Well, it
of
depends
F-bombs.
on if I clip something. I got to make sure I don't.
That's
don't
true
curse.
for monetization.
Yeah, so I try not to like curse as crazy.
I got you.
But
I will mind my P's and my.
yeah, I mean, it like he said, he gives me permission, but I try to, like I said, like just sometimes the word will even bleep out. Like I notice,
Okay.
like when I go on Instagram and I upload it, it'll have like the beep for me. So I'll be like, all right, cool. So I don't.
Sometimes the bleep could be funny.
I think it's
Well,
great.
sometimes it does be funny because I can say shit and then that'd be like, be shit. And I'm like, girl, you might as well just leave it out. But whatever.
Like you're just talking and suddenly it's boop.
Yeah,
And you just
basically.
keep going.
Or you have beep, 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 shit.
Yeah, like, I'm like,
it's like a pause, and then you're like,
I'm like, what's the
staring
point
at
of being
camera,
censored
and
at
you're
this
like-
point? But yeah, no, but Harley Quinn is a really, really good show. I saw a comment the other day, Zach, about how someone felt some type of way at Bride, having our girl Nina killed because they felt like the bride should have did it instead of Nina. But they was like also in the comments saying, well, she's the only one that can swim underwater. But I also feel like she may be the only one that can swim underwater, but she's too nice and sweet of a person to kill somebody. Like it would have been a cool route if she did it and then she became like a draw blooding, lusting killer. But that just wasn't in her heart, bro. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still mad about that.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised that she died.
Nah, that's whack though, because she didn't deserve to die.
She didn't deserve it, but I mean, like,
It gave her
like,
character some.
her whole character through it the whole show, and then they're like, "All right, you're the only one. Go do it." And then it's like,
Yeah, like they just threw her away as a character.
Is this Creature Commandos?
Yeah.
I gotta catch up on
I ain't
that,
gonna hold
too.
you. Each episode. Okay, I didn't talk shit
That's
about.
something I wanted to watch.
I didn't talk shit about it, but I kept telling like, I don't know, Zach. I don't know. And Zach's like, nah, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be really good. And I'm like, I don't know, Zach. All right, whatever. I'll give it a chance.
like this is it. The start of a new DC.
And
How
then,
do you guys feel with that? What do you like the Superman trailers and just James Gunn taking over? Like, what are your hopes? What are your expectations?
I still, from what that interview with James Gunn, I know he was saying he doesn't like, you know, how movies, no shade to Marvel, they just be throwing movies and the test runs don't be good and they just still let it happen. And he says he's not doing that. So
Good.
I'm like, I'm looking at it as you got to back your words up because those are some heavy words. Feel me? Like, I'm a Marvel fan, but I also can agree that Marvel is slacking. So I got to see how Marvel is doing. Oh, we got comments?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already saw them.
Oh, okay. Just
Hi guys in the comments.
Hey guys.
Mike and Mickey.
So
up, Mike and Mickey?
me personally, right now, I think he did an 8 out of 10 job with Creatures Commandos, right? So I can only imagine going forward what he's going to do. I don't know if Kite Man is under James Gunn, right? Because Kite Man was originally introduced in Harley Quinn before James Gunn, but then he had his own show. So I think that's around when James Gunn.
Yeah.
So that might be a James Gunn product.
It's not in James Gunn's DC universe, but that was produced after he came in.
Oh,
to
so it was
DC.
after. Okay, so I can't even give him that credit then because I was going to say Kite Man is also a really good show because it's a spin-off from Harley Quinn.
There is a show called
Kite.
I'm so like behind these.
No,
shows,
it's okay,
I feel,
bro. Kite Man is so good.
Yeah?
It's so good.
he's such a ridiculous character. It could be good.
It's yes, and I see what DC's doing. It's what I've been saying. What Marvel should be doing. It's with these characters you consider sides to make them main.
Absolutely.
I mean, who would have thought?
James Gunn did that with Guardians of the Galaxy. No one thought that Guardians was something that would be like people would care about.
And it sucks because I still don't.
And
but
then Suicide Squad.
But I respect Guardians of the Galaxy, like now having fans. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know about it until the movie came out.
I knew about the old Guardians of the Galaxy, like back in like way before we were born.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they rebooted it at some point.
Yeah.
I just never picked up those paperbacks. So
I just was never searching for them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
At this point, I already knew who I liked, and I wanted to find them more. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, who the hell is the Guardians of the Galaxy? And then the movie came out, and I was like, okay, word. But I'm over it. So give me something else now. Like, let's keep flipping the page. Like, I would love if Marvel could just have a book, flip through the page. Who this? Okay, let's show the audience something. Like,
I mean, I think Marvel's trying to do that. There's just a serious problem with their writing.
that too.
Yes.
You do look at everything they're putting out. They're putting out like these obscure side characters, and they're just not having good plots, and then they don't get popular.
Good characterization too. There's tons of stuff that you see with these characters, and it's like, why are you missing that? That's a perfect. I like the faulted character. I like the damaged character. I like the one who's trying to climb uphill the entire time.
Yeah,
that's why Batman has the best villains, because they have their own idiosyncrasies. Same thing with superheroes too. Yeah. Going back to like what Stan Lee started was like, I want to make it about the kid not being able to pay his rent, the kid having no father,
just being realistic.
All those characters are, I thought, a great character, great side character to would have been a great character was Kamala Khan's dad, and I was so happy that he showed up. I'm not gonna say where, but no, he was a great character.
No, I just don't like her. Sorry.
Because they haven't fleshed her out. They could have done so much other things to really flesh her out.
He didn't even like her in the comics.
I just don't like her in general. I'm not a fan of her, but hey man.
I don't like the Mr. Fantastic powers. Like,
yeah, what? Or the Green Lantern type? Or like for the show? Like,
it's not that's a little bit better, I think, in my personal opinion, because it kind of makes sense for where they were trying to explain stuff. But yeah, Green Lantern powers. That's exactly what it is.
Either way,
like
it's like
Dr. Spectrum or whoever you know.
It's not a fan of hers, but no, please, y'all. He loves her, so
you do in the comics.
Right comics or
I think her character is cool. I think the MCU is like is good enough for me with the MCU. But it's not as good as it can be, obviously.
Oh, and let me just say this so I don't sound like a hypocrite, because it's like, well, how can you say you want new characters and then we get one and you don't like her? Just because you bring her out doesn't mean I have to like her. I'm happy you're bringing her out because people like Zach like her. I don't have to like her. But there's also other characters, so keep going. Like, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Captain Marvel.
Which one?
No. Okay, that's another one that's no.
Which one?
Well, do you mean Marvel? Like Captain Marvel or Captain Marvel?
You're talking about Brie Larson.
Yeah, we're talking about Brie Larson.
He doesn't like Carol Danvers.
Well, no, that's not true. I love Carol Danvers. I love Mrs. Marvel, Carol Danvers.
He likes her as Mrs. Marvel.
Yeah, I don't like her under this lesbian haircut, Captain Marvel. Like, I hate this. I hate this for her.
I actually really like that movie, to be honest with you. The first movie. I thought that was a great plot. I thought it's a trope, the amnesia thing, but it was good. It wasn't this, like, the sequel with Kamala Khan just felt like, it's like, okay, this happens. Okay, now this happens. Okay, now this happens. Not like an actual story, character-driven thing. We're like, okay, this happens, and then because of that, now this is happening. And it was just like a bunch of random series events. And I'm like, I'm not invested in this. But I was invested in Miss Marvel. Or, or Captain
Marvel, yeah. Or unless you're talking about the Marvels.
No, the Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
I liked the story, and I liked Brie Larson.
Okay, I like her, but maybe as like a Dazzler. Missed opportunity though, because that would have been cool too if she would have played Dazzler. Because if you watch Scott versus the World, like she was.
Yeah, I loved her in that. I thought she was great.
Me too. I love everyone in that movie.
Yeah.
But she would have been a great Dazzler. But whatever.
When they made that first Captain Marvel movie, which I liked it for what it was. I thought it could have been better, but I liked it for what it was. But I remember thinking at the time, like, it almost felt like it was in the same position as, like, the first Captain America movie. Where it was like...
Wait, you didn't like Captain America?
No, I liked the first Captain America. But it was like, it's not, like, a great movie. Like, it's good, but I don't consider it as good as, like, the two sequels.
Okay.
Like, Captain Marvel had the potential to make the greatest... Like, one of the greatest sequels
ever.
Agree. And if they did Secret Invasion...
That would have been... If they pulled out the Skrulls at that point, a little bit more, they could have done it. Yeah.
Instead, we got shitty.
Yeah.
Like, because it was originally supposed to be, but
I know.
Yeah.
And then they had the TV show, and I don't know. There was just too much, like,
they ruined it.
Like, back and forth, like, twists as far as writers from this movie, I think, to writers from this movie, where it's like almost hard. It's like you're holding on to the train so hard and trying not to veer off, because it's just moving in all different directions. And it stinks. And I think they tried to churn out stuff too quickly and didn't really put the care as they did in the original, like, first phase and even second phase. It is sad.
Yeah.
And I hope they do. But I heard you're a fan of Kang. That's what he said.
Conqueror? Yeah, I like Kang. I thought, I'm a big sucker for time travel.
Okay.
When I was younger, I was really into Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the character River Song?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, Kang is kind of similar. Like, you
Yeah.
kind of meet the character out of order, and then you learn, like, their backstory, but, like, it's all out of order, but then you might learn one from a different variant. So him, it's like River Song, but more complex.
Okay.
So I'm a sucker for that kind of,
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah. So I was really upset that
Yeah.
that the Kang thing didn't work out.
Me too. That was a whole nother thing. Like I don't know. I don't even want to begin.
I just hope after Secret Wars that, like,
They restart.
yeah, they're just gonna say, like, actors like maybe Charlie Cox or whatever, like, they'll stay as Daredevil, and then other characters will just get rebooted, like maybe Miss Marvel or whoever else, and they'll do the stories properly. Because at this point, it almost feels like they're doing the stories wrong on purpose.
It almost. Well, I think the whole multiverse kind of can help them happen, in that way. You can offer another. I think they should do that rather than bring back. You know, it's nice. It's nice nostalgia and stuff, and it's a oh my god moment that worked with Deadpool, but it didn't work with other things. And I think having like James Marsden like just come back for the sake of coming back, I agree with you, bro. Like I think there should be right. What do you think? Like just reboot it in a good way. Don't bring past stuff back.
I mean, yes. So here's my theory, right? Because we had I wanted to start it off with the Deadpool Wolverine, right? So like we saw like Blade, Elektra, right?
There's only one Blade.
I can't say that. I want to say there's only one Elektra, but honestly, I like the Netflix Elektra over my girl Jennifer Garner. But whatever.
Me too.
That's a fact.
Right? But like
yeah.
it's like,
Great.
damn, Jennifer, like please don't take that in the wrong light because you did bring out my girl. You walked for her, so
Yeah, she walked so that Netflix could run.
Yeah, so for that being said, I do like that they're bringing back like the tribute to the real Marvel fans who've been here. I mean, young enough and old enough to remember like, oh, that's Elektra, that's Blade, that's the old X-Men. You know, that's cool that they're paying homage. And then after this is all over, then I'm cool with the reboot because I feel like they kind of did that and hinted that with it was Henry, right, with Wolverine. When they had Henry
Cavill,
play as Wolverine, and I was like,
I feel like that was just a fan service.
but like,
It was.
like
but
John
hear me
Krasinski's
out.
Mr. Fantastic.
But that would be kind of sick if you do that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what they were. Because then it turned out it was Pedro Pascal for Mr. Fan.
Oh, don't get me started.
So
Yeah,
I
you're
just-
right.
I think that was just
everything,
a fan service.
bro.
No,
I'm excited.
I heard he's
No.
Captain Britain actually.
Who?
Henry Cavill. He might be Captain Britain, but
Which
I
I'm
don't-
okay with.
No, I don't mind, but
You good?
that kind of gagged me a little bit. What? Nah, because that like threw me off. That was not on my 2027 bingo card. So like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, good to know.
You know, I'm kind of curious since we are kind of talking about Avengers Doomsday, or like Secret Wars.
You showed me that, and I woke up and I said I'm not responding.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think of this. It might be fake, but this is like just blowing up the internet today. Could be Doctor Doom.
I have no. I mean, I don't care about the suit. The suit looks okay.
I hate it.
The mask is everything. There. I saw one. Here's where it. Okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Go ahead.
If I could fan write Doctor Doom, let's start by painting a picture. I would want his stuff to look medieval.
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
would want his stuff to look like almost like Man in the Iron Mask, okay, and the same thing a cuirass like armor, right? Real armor, okay, that he takes from, and they kind of did that in the first movie, but do it real, okay? Make it look old school, 1500s, almost from that like Dracula, Transylvania kind of thing, because that's where he's from.
Yeah.
The other thing is you could have him in what could have happened in the MCU be one of the people from Kamartaj. It matches the story.
They totally could.
Yeah. He could be one of the people like Caecilius under the master or whatever her name is, doing that whole thing of like he got scarred because he was in college because of Reed Richards. He wants to fix himself in Kamartaj, starts to learn all that mystic art stuff, and then is like, well, I'm leaving this.
Yeah.
And then you
And now
have
that's
the
the
magic.
Doom I
you have
remember.
what?
That's the Doom I remember. What you're speaking of, yeah.
And he goes back to his country and becomes a dictator. He
Yeah.
becomes like any of these, any of these dictators that you see in politics.
You can still make it a medieval, though. You know what I'm saying? He can still have a small love for medieval things, and then like that could be like his little quirk, his niche.
I want to see him playing the organ. I want to see him being like almost like the Phantom of the Opera kind of thing, like brooding in a castle. Going out and like having this like talk to thousands or tens of thousands of people that are in Latveria, and just be bigger than life, and then going back, waltzing back into New York City, and being like, that's how you could introduce him.
You hear that, Marvel? It's not hard.
He's definitely like Doctor Doom's definitely a character that needs like layers to him. Like he's got to be like complicated, also sophisticated, and like sometimes like you shouldn't even really know if he's actually a villain or like does he have a reason for seeing himself as a hero? So
Absolutely,
for me,
he's the necessary hero in his mind.
I have an idea in my head. Like when you talked about Phantom of the Opera and like adapting that to Doom, and then I want to correlate with what you said about him walking back in New York City. I just want him to like have like a Joker moment in my head, and him just like walk in the middle of the city, and it's like a dramatic Phantom of the Opera music, like just playing in the back, and it's just like he's in Broadway, like Broadway station, and just like it's super dramatic. The music is playing, and I'm like, yes, that's the Doom I want to see.
Like going back to New York City,
going back to New York,
where it all ended.
Yes,
where all of his face was scarred, his dreams were scarred. He is a scarred human being. Mm-hmm. That's who Doom is. Mm-hmm. And if that is, I don't care. I love Robert Downey Jr. I don't care what he's wearing. It looks okay. But as long as he has that kind of, and Tony Stark could be that too. They could take a turn of like, okay, instead of him being successful, he could have had a moment, like Dr. Doom went to college to kind of be that rich, I'm going to change the world. That's how him and Reed were. Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, Fantastic Four is one of my favorite all-time things, but,
So you like, because we talked about this, and I talked about how I don't like this theme, but do you like this theme? You like this version?
The retro theme, yeah. I like it. It makes sense to the comics.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I just, I'm like, But yeah, no, I get it.
It's what do you think about the trailer so far? Like how it all looks and stuff as far as retro.
The
movie.
What?
The
Fantastic Four.
Oh, Fantastic Four. Sorry. Yeah, I think it looks good visually, and I guess story-wise, the actors to me look good. Galactus is looking like he's gonna be cool. Yeah.
I was kind of shocked, right? Was you not shocked to see him being their first villain, like in your face villain? I was like, oh shit.
Well, I mean, I've known it for a few years because I just follow it closely, but it's also like I'm not surprised because they were building up the Secret Wars, and that's gonna be Kang, so they might as well just do Galactus before, because how are you gonna do that after when Kane's the big one? So I'm not surprised at it, but yeah, finally. But just the way with Marvel's going, like I know everyone seems to think this is gonna be good, but I don't know.
I have hesitations too.
What if it comes out and
that looks like dog shit? That looks like absolute crap.
Wait, Fantastic Four?
No, the costume for Doom. If that's real.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I seen it and I said, I don't have no comment.
What do you think? Blow this up.
They did blow it up, but I just don't. I don't have an opinion on it, man. Because it's like
I don't think you get a dog in the fight anymore.
You kind of get tired when it comes to Marvel stuff. I don't criticize it until I watch the full thing, and then I'll shit on it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just no matter what. If he does not have like a mask or like a scarred up face, like what are they even doing? How is this even Doom? Like,
yeah.
Like I said, I'm not going to knock it because I, as an actor standpoint, I say this every time. I am excited to see RDJ play Doom, just for an actor standpoint. Like, ooh, what's the switch up here? Like, what's going to be the difference of you being Tony versus being Doom? Like, as an actor, I'm hype. But as a superhero fan, I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I can separate the two.
It's always like, I would be hyped. It's just always like, because of Marvel. Like, remember, like they possibly bring Quicksilver in. Like, nope, he's Ralph Boner. It's like, how many, and I feel like they've done that with so many characters. Just like, how, like, what, like, I feel like the movie's going to come out, and we're going to think.
Stick in us. That's what they are.
Yeah, it's
they're
just gonna
literally
be
dangling a cat. Oh, you want it? Oh, nope.
yeah.
Nope.
He'll
Yeah.
barely be Doctor Doom. I'm telling, he's gonna be Iron Man, just evil Iron Man.
Yeah.
Be
That's,
like, yeah, I'm a variant. My suit's green now. I'm gonna kill you, Peter. Like, just
Yeah.
stuff like, I don't know.
That's effed up. Well, Spider-Man might cook. Might.
I hope it does.
Might
and,
cook.
and look, they have a saving grace. They have another good character. Introduce Miles Morales, and you're pretty good. Like you're pretty, you know.
Yeah.
You can clear. You can ride the wave out essentially.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they did Spider-Verse is 2027 or 2026.
Spider-Verse is 2027.
7.
2027.
And then
Spider-Man 3 is
2020.
Spider-Man 4 is 2026.
6.
All these dates, man.
It would be cool if they could some way if they meet up, like some way somewhere, but I don't think so.
I think Tom Holland will be in the Spider-Verse.
I can see
he
that.
should be.
I can see that.
I
think
mean,
that'd be
what's his
really
name?
cool.
Donald Glover was not Donald Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, Donald Glover.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danny Glover was too. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, is our boy?
He was
Is our
like,
boy?
I'm too varied for this shit.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my boy from the Get Down. I forgot his name.
We love Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Wait, my boy from the Get Down. He was in the Spider-Verse, and he was one of the voice actors. But I'm trying to figure out if he's going to be in the new one.
Yeah, it was
The
a
one
lot.
with whenever the one who took a picture with that girl, and she's like, "Can you please take that down?" You know who I'm talking about, Zach. You know who I'm talking about.
The one who played Liv from the first Spider-Man movie, from first Spider-Man the Tom Holland movie.
No, the
The girl who
one.
played Liz.
No.
Liz, I think Liz. Yeah, she was the one who was like, "Can you take that?"
No, the one who plays the one who plays Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse. Is you?
Oh,
is
the
he?
guy,
Yeah,
Shamik Moore?
Is he gonna come back? I know he took a hiatus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What,
Okay.
from voice acting?
No, just from social media. He did something. It's hard to defend him, right? Because I do like him, but he just.
He was just simping on Haley Steinfeld when she got engaged, and the internet was clowning on him.
And
I don't know. He's still gonna do the part. I don't know.
well, no,
It's whatever.
he took a picture, and he made it seem like it was about to be some big project. It didn't seem like he was being inappropriate in the picture.
No,
like-
the project thing, that was with the girl Liz from the Tom Holland movie. He
Oh,
did it
okay.
with Haley Steinfeld and with her.
Oh, I didn't even know about the Haley
Two
Steinfeld
girls.
because I was like, what Haley got to do with this? But okay, but I don't know. With the Liv one, I'm like, she's engaged. She got a husband. I mean, fiance. So she felt disrespected.
She's gorgeous.
They both
by
do.
The way. She was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Haley
but-
Steinfeld is beyond gorgeous.
but I just feel like
I would not do that, but I would just simp on the side. That's it. Just do it in your
Like,
own room.
you watch all these interviews with the two of them, right? Like him and Haley Steinfeld, because she's Ghost Spider in the Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, she does the
So-
voice for that too?
Yeah.
I thought she was just strictly live action. I didn't know she was a voice actor in that.
Yeah, she actually does quite a few voice acting. work.
Really?
Like she has a whole. Yeah, like you'd be surprised what she does. Like I was
Uh-huh.
surprised looking at them. Like, oh, she was that. She was that. Yeah. So, but yeah, all these interviews that they do together, and he'll always be like, "But me and Haley, and then she's like, ha ha ha, like you know.
And then did she clap back on the internet? On the internet? Or
I didn't
did
see
the
anything
internet
with
clap
her.
I
back on
think
him?
her and I don't remember the girl that played Liz. Like both of them like had to post stuff
Oh, really?
to expose him because he was posting stuff that made it seem like, and they had to clear the air.
it just
There's
sucks
a
though
lot of
because
that. I don't like that. Like, just go to work.
well, to be fair,
do the part,
so
stop, like-
I'm gonna be realistic, right? Because I do like him, but I will defend Liv, I guess, because Liv did say I politely DM'd you 5 times to
you.
take this. No,
Yeah, she had to
to-
post the DMs.
She had to post the DMs, and she said,
and it was
I,
like, you were so weird. Like,
yeah, she's like, I told you to delete this picture, and he did not delete. And I was like, yeah, my
you know,
brother,
it'd be funny if
like,
he was like, that wasn't me, that was a variant.
I mean, that would have been funny, but he just.
That was another universe me.
I was like, damn, I can't. I used to defend him because I used to love the Get
nah,
Down.
I would
but-
do my own thing.
I was like, damn, bro. I was like, it's hard to defend you. Oh, I know we have 5 minutes left. So,
I
Yeah,
I got a gift for you. Actually, I got 2 gifts for you. We haven't. My
word.
buddy bought some stuff for us, but which you guys are more than welcome to have. But these you can't get anymore. They're an old Marvel and DC game, in which when I was younger, I used to play all the time. It's like they're not really like worth anything, but I feel like it's cool. And I used to play this all the time with my friends when I was younger. And he told me that your favorite character was Kang. So I got you a bunch of Kangs.
Oh shit.
And then here you go as well.
Oh shit.
Who's it? Yes! Sorry. This my. Wait, hold on. Wait, this one.
Kang the Conqueror. Hey, you love Huntress.
If you want.
Sorry.
He's gonna, bro, you're gonna have a heart attack right now.
Oh my God. These my sisters. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, this is how he gets.
If you want, by the way, because we didn't
sorry.
really have a chance to meet. If there's anything that I have tons of them. I have way too many from old back in the day. But if there's any particular ones that you want, at this point, the game doesn't exist. It's more for like display, I guess. But yeah, I figured it's the least I could do for having you guys on.
Yeah, I mean, I love these. Kang is awesome, so I'll put these somewhere nice in my room. And
Absolutely, guys.
thank you for this.
Thank
honestly.
you.
Of course, bro. I got
The Huntress, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Like, I'm so geeked. I'm so geeked. Thank
What
you.
were you guys gonna say?
I wanted to ask just a question before we end the show. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Oh,
Just since you're like superhero fan, you know.
That is really tough.
And we always talk about what ours are. So
yeah.
I want to hear yours, guys.
So mine's is basically water. Like I can manipulate water, blast it on my hands, control the temperature, cold or hot, almost to where it's almost icy, which is my second form, and then I can also heal. Also, if someone shoot me, it goes right through me because I can change my water to blood. My blood to water.
You're like Iceman and Hydro Man.
Basically merge, yeah.
Word. I love that's pretty powerful if you think about it.
I'm pretty OP.
Yeah.
Because I get to a point where I can control your blood and manipulate it, and I just freeze you.
That sounds like something from The Boys. Like you took it to that level.
I
You know
did,
what I mean?
yeah.
And what about yourself, Zach?
yeah, so you know how I'm a time geek. So like I don't have it like completely figured out, but I feel like it would be something regarding like black hole powers. That means I can manipulate like gravity, velocity, and time. So
Dude, that would be you'd be way OP.
it would be
like a
too
god.
OP. So I don't know if I should be allowed to do that one, but
I think
It's
I would
very
do the Jean Grey route. I think I would
Telekinesis, telepath.
Yeah, I think that would be really
It
awesome.
took me a long time to understand the difference between
Because you could
telepath.
fly.
Yeah.
You could control things like so that like you can fly with kind of a force field by pushing it out. Like things coming at you. People don't think about like the actual like you're flying. There's stuff that's gonna hit you. A bird's gonna take you out. Plus, yeah, that would be killer to read people's minds. That would be really helpful. Plus, like she can. I've always loved the idea that like that's like the Phoenix thing where she moves stuff so quickly on a molecular level that's why the whole Phoenix thing happens. I've always thought Jean Grey's powers were. Boom.
My favorite Jean is White Crown Phoenix.
Yeah.
Ah,
That you're talking about the white suit?
yes.
Yeah, it's a
White Crown Phoenix. That is my favorite Jean.
yeah. That was
OP as fuck. Although apparently Raven from Teen Titans can still beat her in that form. I don't want to get into that.
I love Raven. Raven
She cool. I don't think she can beat my bitch though.
Raven
but
my girl.
We're not gonna talk about that. That's a conversation.
you
for
know I'm
another
always
day.
gonna side with the DC homies.
Whatever.
So
I like Teen Titans is one of the few DC things I go hard for. I've always loved them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out
I
to my
love Teen
bitch Donna
Titans.
Troy.
Donna Troy. Hell yeah.
That's my bitch.
Yeah, we've been catching up on Teen Titans.
This TV show.
Yeah, I've been showing him the old ones, the 2000.
Oh yeah. I thought you
yeah.
meant like the live action. I was like,
No,
oh,
no,
God.
no. I haven't even seen that my damn self, so I can't. But I want him to see the old original, not the cartoon like JLU one.
Which the
The 2000 in
Like
2003.
Teen Titans, not Teen Titans Go, like the one.
Oh
before
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Oh, it's
2003
great.
one, yeah.
And what they
Yeah.
did with Slade Wilson is kind of cool actually.
Well, it took me
Yeah.
mad long to realize Slade was just his real name going into Deathstroke getting older. So I was like, oh, that's you. Because I'm like, why y'all wear the same suit? And I was like, oh.
It's so funny that they don't call him Deathstroke though. It's just like
I think
Slade.
because I think the show it's dedicated to kids. So I mean, it would have made sense.
Yeah, true. Deathstroke. Yeah.
It was on Cartoon Network.
Do you
at the
think it
time.
might have been
Still.
do you might have think it like been like a copyright thing?
No, I think it was just
Oh, they just
like even
wanted to
Starfire
do it.
outfit is not as promiscuous like in
That's
the
true.
comics. So they was like, we have to PG it some way.
Did
for the
you?
kids.
So guess what? Did you know this little known fact about? We're talking about X-Men and the remake, but back in the day, the X-Men the X-Men cartoon, Morph, right, was initially supposed to be Changeling. They were supposed to have that character, and he was supposed to die, just the same way. But they had to change the name to Morph and create a slightly different character because of Teen Titans, because Beast Boys. They own the copyright to Changeling. So there was an X-Men character named Changeling.
I didn't know that.
And they created the whole name Morph.
I never would have okay.
It's like
cool,
another Captain Marvel Shazam situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which still was stupid because Miss Marvel was right there. We didn't need to name her Captain Marvel. I'm gonna give you the buck.
Bring it back to Captain.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, we're
y'all.
all back to Brie Larson.
I'm sorry.
Now
I'm
we've
never
come
gonna-
full circle.
Yeah, full
That's the whole
circle.
show.
I hate that damn name. She was always by Mrs. Marvel, bro. I was so aggravated with that lesbian 2000 soccer mom haircut. So mad. Sorry. She's Well, my name is James
Another
Merchant.
rant.
I don't want to go over time. This is Paul.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming, Paul.
Thank you guys too.
Thank you.
And thank you for these.
No,
You're very, very welcome, guys.
I am Zach,
I am James,
and this has been Let Them Cook.
a superhero podcast.